Here's my keyword outline. Thank you. Howdy, y'all. Picture this. A small, innocent creature confined to a cold, sterile cage, subjected to painful experiments day in and day out throughout the year. This is the reality for millions of animals within our country. As I have personal experience within this, I used to conduct animal research, not for the university, but here in town at another facility, and I firsthand have witnessed this sort of just inhumane treatment of animals that they go through. Specifically for me, it was rabbits and rats, and to me, it simply just isn't right. So today we will explore the ethical concerns and the scientific limitations associated with animal research practices that are currently ongoing within our country. And we will then delve into the RRR policy as an approach to address these concerns. Finally, we will visualize the positive outcomes that can be achieved by adopting this RRR policy and discuss applicable actionable steps to support this transformative change. Now, I would like you to imagine a world where we are no longer subjected to unnecessary suffering in the name of scientific progress, specifically animals. Imagine if that were us for a change. According to the Humane Society of the United States, over 100,000 animals are used in research each year. Today, I want to discuss a solution that can revolutionize animal research practices and ensure both effective and ethical treatment towards these animals being in this research. To understand this need for change, let us first explore the ethical concerns, as well as I previously mentioned, and the scientific limitations associated with current practices. Animal research has long been a subject of ethical debate. Since about 2012 or so, this has been a primary concern among policymakers, as well as those that are trying to sort of figure out a better way for these animals to be treated. The moral imperative to minimize this animal suffering is both a driving force behind this change we need. Additionally, current practices often fail to provide accurate results due to species differences and limitations in animal models. According to the National Institute of Health, or NIH, there's a growing recognition that alternative methods can provide more accurate results with minimal animal use and sort of limit that hurt that they experience on a daily basis. Recognizing this need for transformation, let us delve into the solution, the R&R policy. As you might think, there's 3 R's, so one of them each has an acronym that sort of stands for the viable principle within each of these policies. The policy, RRR policy, reduce, refine, and replace, offers a unique approach to address the needs in research. Each R plays a crucial role in revolutionizing the way that we conduct research. As stated by Curver and Howard, this policy aims to replace animal testing with innovative non-animal methods. It will decrease the number of animals used and alter procedures to sort of minimize that distress in the animals themselves. As advocated by institutions through that NIH that I previously mentioned, there's a viable, reputable organization called the Office of Laboratory and Animal Welfare, and this policy and situation stands to uphold ethical standards while preventing scientific progress. And this sort of NIH OLA, as we call it, advocates for these institutions, and they have sort of given viable evidence to support that this is a valid, sort of foreseeable option in the future. Refine. By improving the study of design and data sharing, we can reduce the number of animals used in research. With this, each animal's contribution is maximized while at the simultaneously minimizing the distress in the animals themselves. The second R, refine. The first R was reduce. The second R is refine. This will enhance animal welfare as a key to the RR policy. By refining experimental procedures and utilizing this sort of advanced technology that we have nowadays, we can decrease the pain and distress experienced in those animals. And so this aligns with both the ethical considerations and will increase those currently unreliable results and help to increase the validity of those results. The third R stands for replace, which is the ultimate goal of the RRR policy, is to eventually replace animal models with alternative methods. Technological advances such as in vitro models and even computer simulations offer alternatives that can also increase the results without the need for any physical animal testing at all. With this, let us visualize the positive outcomes that the RRR, reduce, refine, and replace policy can bring. Imagine research institutions adopting this R&R policy. Animals are no longer suffering from this unnecessary need just due to simple research. By implementing the R's principles, in the future, animals will have no harm in the pursuit of scientific progress, which is currently the main motive of these policymakers, is simply just scientific knowledge, the pursuit of scientific knowledge at no cost. And I believe this has to stop. Picture the success stories. Scientific breakthroughs achieved through non-animal methods such as in vitro or computer simulations via the RRR policy. Imagine charts and data reflecting these outcomes as outlined in studies such as Xy's article, which goes into in vitro models replacing animal testing. To make a real impact, we need to act. Let us explore how we can support the RRR policy. Whether it's signing petitions, supporting organizations, advocating for humane research, and spreading awareness are both viable, applicable steps that must take action. Education also plays a role in preventing the adoption among researchers, policymakers, as well as the public, and sort of increasing their knowledge on this aspect as a whole. Current animal research practices raise ethical concerns and have scientific limitations. The RRR policy offers a comprehensive approach to address these concerns. By adopting this reduce, refine, and replace method, we can revolutionize research outcomes, ensuring ethical treatment of animals with effective scientific outcomes together. With this act as a united front, we have the power to shape a future where animals are no longer subjected to unnecessary suffering. By supporting this RRR policy, we can create a world that values scientific advancement as well as compassion towards all living beings of every species. Let us act and be the catalyst for a change. Thank you.